Guerlain sent over a few pieces from the holiday collection. I'm really looking forward to trying these out and sharing them with you. And along with a new to me brand of skincare essentials. I'm thinking glowy base and a festive look. Let's get into it. All the details, all the things, of course. Let's hydrate and begin. Let's start off with what Guerlain sent over, and then we'll get into the base makeup products. So here are the goodies they sent over from the holiday collection. Stellar Holiday Edition lipstick case. The Rouge G case has been reinvented for the holidays with a stunning origami-inspired motif in tones of gold, silver, and white. It opens to reveal its signature double mirror, a timeless design that feels both collectible and functional. This year's theme, Tale of Wonders, is all about transforming everyday rituals into little moments of luxury. I'm going to remove the sticker finally, and there we go. It'll lock and stay shut when you put the lipstick. So you take your lipstick out. You can go this way, and it's a nice size to capture the lips perfectly. And then this bottom one, it's a little bit bigger, so you have a little bit more surface area. And here's the lipstick. I went with the shade 306. So this lipstick is engraved with delicate stars, designed to pair perfectly with the stellar case. So here is the lipstick and the case. So once you remove the lipstick, that's when the mirror will open up. And then when you want to close, very functional, very easy, very beautiful. Another look-see at the beautiful details. Yes. Next up is the eyeshadow quad. This is going to be my first time trying Guerlain's eyeshadows. I know. I've tried so many products from the brand, but I've never tried the eyeshadows, so I've got high hopes for this. You guys always recommend these to me. The Ombres G Stellar Quad features 4 luminous, buildable shades designed to create both soft day looks and radiant evening glamour. You get a metallic silver for that glowing base, a satin brown, and a matte nude to sculpt the crease, and a warm gold for brightness and warmth. This too comes with the case. I'm always very happy for those. Yay! Look at that. Do you see all those details? Just looking at the color story, you can see this is definitely going to be appropriate for your holidays and beyond. So I'm excited to try this. Very, very pretty color story. Very creamy to the touch. And even this sparkly shade is pretty smooth. You can feel a bit of texture, but it's pretty smooth for the most part. Very pretty. Look at this. Ooh. Wow. Okay. Yes. What? Okay, Guerlain. Very smooth to the touch. They glided nicely. For our final product, Guerlain sent over the Terracotta Luminizer, and this is in the shade Rosy Gleam. This is a limited edition of the Terracotta Luminizer, and it's inspired by Rose Light, blending soft pinks and peachy tones to create a multi-dimensional golden rosy glow. The formula, it's made with 92% naturally derived ingredients, and it's infused with argan oil for comfort and hydration. It gives the seamless candlelit glow that lasts all day. I want to share this with you just because this reminded me of it. Years ago, the Guerlain bronzer that came in packaging similar to this was my favorite. I had 2 different colors. Oh. So you see, I have tried and enjoyed Guerlain over the years. I just hadn't dabbled in all the way. I like how this packaging is simple, but then look. Details. Hello. That looks gorgeous. We must see. Wow. Look at that. Very glowy and sparkly. I am very curious to see how this is going to look on the skin. There's only one way to find out, right? So remember I told you that I wanted to create a nice, glowy, soft base? I thought that these would be perfect for that. So let's work on the base and then we'll dive into the Guerlain Holiday products. So Live Tinted sent us a package. I'm always drawn to products like this. I love a good SPF. I need it. I live here in South Florida, but wherever you are, you need a good sunscreen. So this is a multitasking primer sunscreen hybrid. We love those. You see me use these and share with you all the time. So this is the Hueguard 3-in-1 Mineral Sunscreen Moisturizer and Primer with an SPF of 30. So, oh, that came out quick. I'm usually pumping for an hour. Here's texture and consistency. Very light texture. I really like that already. It claims to hydrate, blur, and protect. It's 100% mineral, fragrance-free, and designed to smooth the skin while guarding against UVA and UVB rays and blue light. I have a little bit of a tint. I just talked about this in my favorites, but my goodness, finally, a mineral sunscreen with a good percentage of SPF that's not leaving me with a cast. And it doesn't feel rich and greasy. Okay, very nice. Very, very nice. I gotta go in with just a little bit more on my forehead. Here we are. Went on very, very nicely, and it doesn't feel heavy and it's not greasy. And as you can see, the skin isn't super dewy, that I know a lot of these type of products can leave the skin, but it feels really nice. Really nice. All right, we're off to a good start. Feeling good, feeling optimistic. I thought today would be a great day for a skin tint. So this is the Hueguard tint. This is in the shade number 5. This is mineral based with an SPF of 50. So let's see. Here is texture and consistency. I'm going to grab my Patrick Ta foundation brush. I want a nice light layer. It says to have a natural finish and it's powered by ingredients that hydrate and even the complexion. It claims to give you that lightweight coverage but still feel like skincare. Feels nice and light so far. Very pretty. This is very pretty on the skin. And even though I have another layer of sunscreen underneath, the primer, it's nice and light. So everything is going on nicely, very comfortable on the skin. Products like this appealed to me because of how easy wearing they are. And still so skin. Wow. Look at that. So pretty. I like that my imperfections, my freckles, my all the things, you can still see them, but I'm nicely hydrated and evened out. This is a beautiful combo. Skin is skinning. Yes. They also sent us a balm, but I'll save this, so we'll try this another time. Now to just finish up the base, let's try out their concealer. This is a serum concealer. I love a good serum concealer. Give me skincare, but give me a little bit of coverage. And this is what this is supposed to be. Let's find out though, yeah? A moment for this packaging. Ooh, so this is the Hueskin Serum Concealer, and I have in the shade number 13. This serum concealer gives medium to full coverage with brightening ingredients like niacinamide and caffeine. It's said to be creamy, long-wearing, and blends beautifully without settling. Very pretty. I did go in with my Calcium eye cream prior to starting my makeup. So, you know, we always have to prep the under eyes accordingly. You know what? I should try my sponge. I love that brush, by the way. It's from Sigma. I've been using it a ton for my concealers. It does a great job, so I mean, I'm just like automatically reaching for it, but let's try the sponge and see. Sponge looks good too. Wow. Okay. The brush definitely gives me a bit more coverage, but the sponge is flawless. Look at that. That's a nice formula. It feels very nice on the under eye. Nice concealer. Definitely something I'll continue to reach for. It's going to be tough for me to put down this Tower 28, but I'm going to keep reaching for this as well. A moment for how beautiful this Sisley powder is. You get it, right? You understand why I keep reaching for it. I'm going to go in with my bronzer and blush, and then we'll try out that Guerlain Luminizer. I'm excited about that. I'm going to go into my customized Hourglass palette, and we'll start with bronzer. Let's try out the Luminizer. This is a OG Wayne Goss brush. This is the airbrush. It's what I usually use for highlight. Wow, I'm gonna tap. I'm scared. Let's start with less, okay? Because you can always build up. Wow. Wow. Oh my. Hello. I'm gonna wipe the brush off. Where's my Sigma switch? There's no product. I'm just using the clean brush now to kind of diffuse this a bit because wow. Okay. Okay. Well, when I swatched it, I noticed, and I'm sure you did as well, more of a glimmery, gleamy, glittery kind of glow. And that's definitely the case. It's very nice on the skin, but it's more fine glimmer particles, if you will. But the glow is real. Wow. Okay, I'm not mad at it. Why? You know. Because even as I'm swirling my brush, I want to show you the little glimmery bits. Do you see? I've got a very light layer. Let's see how that applies on this side. Even that light layer, it's still beautiful and intense and glowy. I tell you, when the light hits you, hoo. Hello. Hello, I have arrived. So this side, I intentionally, you know, have a bit more of a heavy hand. This side, I have a lot more intentionally a lighter hand, and it's still giving. Okay, there we go. I am so ready for my eye look. I have a BK Beauty A502 brush. Let's go into this shade, pack that on, tap the excess, and let's start with this on the outer eye. This shade, ooh, very pretty. Whatever's left, we're going to blend that directly in the crease. Blending very easily, very smooth. I'm going to go back in and just build a little bit more on this outer eye. And whatever's left, blend into the crease. I just cleaned off that brush on my Sigma switch. Let's go into this dark brown shade. This was so pigmented when I swatched it. I'm tapping the excess. This, let's use this for a little depth on the outer eye. And whatever's left, blend it in the crease. Now with the BK Beauty A505, I want to go into the gold shade. Let's go into the gold shade. And let's place this on the lid. That's fine, but I want to try it with my finger. There we go, much better. I don't think that brush is suitable for what I'm trying to achieve. Look at that. Clean the brush off. Let's go back into that first shade. Tap the excess. And go over the edges just a bit. Now, with the 505, in that with the gold shade, we'll place that on the inner corner. And a little on the lower lash to kind of just bring everyone together. I'm going to go in with my eye kaijal from Chantecaille in the waterline and my Sigma Lash Icon mascara. Here's our first look. This feels very classic. Very, very pretty. The formula was nice to work with as well. Let's do another look, shall we? I have a more fluffy brush. This is the A503 in comparison to the 502. See, it's a lot more fluffy. So let's start off with the darkest shade this time. Outer eye and blend in the crease. This is so pretty as a one and done. Do you see that? But it's blending and applying in the crease, outer eye, quite nicely. And clean off that brush. Let's go into this shade now, same brush, and blend the edge. Doing so very nicely. I will say the shadows are nice and easy to work with. They're not fussy. They're blending, they're building, they're applying. Nice and easy. I like that. I'm going to go back into that first shade, same brush. I'm pretty much just going to put this all over, kind of just leaving the beginning portion a bit. Look how pretty that is on the lid. Gorgeous. It's like a deep bronze shade with a little bit of a glimmer. That is such a pretty shade. Really like that. Very practical color, you know, something you'll have no problems wearing all the time. And when you apply it with that more of a big fluffy brush, you get a little bit more of that diffused look, if you will. Very, very nice. The A505, let's go into the silver. And I'm going to apply this on the beginning portion and bring it in. As it starts to come in, it kind of gets lighter. Yeah, that's a vibe. So it stays soft, but you get that little touch. The A502, we're going to go into the darkest shade and bring that down. And then my eye kaijal in the waterline, smudge that eye kaijal a little bit since, you know, I want this look a little more. And then the Sigma Lash Icon Mascara, finish up the look. Silver shade gave us a little bit of fallout, but you know what? That just adds the charm. All right, let's try out this lipstick. I'm going to remove my lip mask. I am wearing my Wise Beauty lip mask. One last look at the beautiful little details. Look at that. So pretty. Such a pretty color too. This color is very pretty, but for my look, I'm going to do a lip liner. Here's the finished look. I'm so happy that I was able to create two quite different looks with this palette. I will say right away, this very simple bronzy shade looks so good all over the lid. So pretty. But then I love the gold. Just brings a little bit extra. And then the silver, hello. And then this beautiful matte shade is perfect to just soften the edges or to go in for a softer look, if you will. For my first time trying the shadows, they're very, very easy to work with. Pigmented, blended beautifully. I did get some fallout with the silver shade, but I kind of expected it. Just based on the swatches, I could tell the texture was a little bit different. It wasn't as creamy as the other three. Not to say that it wasn't creamy, because it was, but you could just tell the texture was a little bit different. It was a little bit more of a sparkly base, which is beautiful, but gave a little bit of fallout. So next time when I want to create a silver look, I'll do my eyes first. But overall, very, very happy with the formula and the looks I was able to create. Yeah, I get the hype. The Luminizer, it's not what I was expecting, and hear me out. Very pretty. But I somewhat feel this is going to be more of a going out highlighter, and here's why. It's got the little glimmery bits to it. Glittery texture, although it's more of that glittery finish, it's so smooth. It's not a glitter that scatters everywhere. It's more of a glitter that glides and is very, very glowy and pretty. But for my personal day-to-days, this is something I would want to reach for if I'm going out, date night, have an occasion type of thing. Also, for it being a little more glittery, if you will, it does not emphasize any texture. It's very pretty, it is. But like I said, this is definitely for me going to be something that I reach for outside of my day-to-day. It's still pretty, but that's just, you know, kind of my thoughts on that. Lipstick, we love the packaging, yes. The color is very pretty too. The formula glides, creamy, comfortable. And I think it paired really well with my lip liner, so. A few of the Live Tinted Essentials. These are beautiful on skin. I'm looking forward to just throwing these in the rotation, and I'm so happy I was able to share these with you. Because I mean, hello, SPF and then a little skin tint. And for it being skin tint, you know, some skin tints with SPF are super dewy. This is just right. Yeah, I think it paired really well with our makeup look today. Really enjoying the finished look. It's giving that healthy skin with a little holiday glam, if you will. Really like how the Live Tinted paired with the Guerlain Holiday pieces. It's giving effortless but elegant. But I can't wait to hear what you guys think. Let's talk about it. Comment down below. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for spending some of your time with me today. And thank you to Guerlain and Live Tinted for sending over these goodies. I'm happy I got to try them. Please, if you've enjoyed today's video, take a moment and give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't. Stay beautiful, guys. I will see you very, very soon.